Hey everybody. So today on the truck I'm going to be changing out my receiver hitch on the F350. And the reason I'm doing this is because I was under the impression that this hitch, the factory hitch, I was under the impression that I had a 2.5 inch wide receiver, and I thought it had a reducer in it to give me my 2 inch to put my pintle hitch and my other hitch shanks in this, and I thought it was a reducer in there because this here, I thought this was a reducer, but after further investigation, this is only a 2 inch receiver total. That's only 2 inches. And this is actually welded in there, this little deal here. I thought that because I went to buy a new reducer, because when I had the hitch in there, I can probably show you guys. This thing's heavy. To kind of show you. Okay, so the reason I thought it was a 2.5 inch was because I thought this deal here was the reducer, and I thought that my hitch, all sorts of slop, like quite amount of slop, up and down and side to side. And I thought I might just need a new reducer, so I could pound that one out and buy a new reducer, put the reducer back in it, and I would get rid of that slop. But I went in to get a new reducer, thinking that was the case, and it turns out that that's actually not a reducer in there. That's actually welded and part of the hitch itself. So I can't do that. So, and long story short, I'll do an update video on this for sure. I was going to do a video on it anyways, but the real reason I'm changing this out is because I'm restarting my transport business, and I was under the impression I had a 2.5 inch heavy duty receiver, like one of the Ford rated ones that was rated for like 12,500 pounds. This is only a 2 inch wide receiver, and that's just the way they designed it. And the back part there, that's fully boxed in. This hitch is only rated at like 6,000 pounds. That is nowhere near enough for what I need it for. So as soon as I found that out, I had to get a new hitch because it's not high enough. And the fact that I've been using this to tow loads of like 8,000 and 10,000 pounds is freaking scary, to say the least. Like, that's really dangerous, and that's a bad liability situation, especially if you're in the commercial industry. So this has to go. So I've already gone ahead and I've sprayed all the bolts. There's 4 bolts per side. It's actually pretty easy. And there's bolts and there's nuts on top of theirs. Those are 3/4 or 18 millimeter, sorry, bolts and nuts. I've already sprayed those with PB Blaster to loosen them up, so I don't think it'll be that bad to get those off. And I've got the impact gun on standby, so I'm good to go. And then I'll be replacing it with this big mama that just arrived today. That's a Kurt commercial class 5 hitch receiver. That in fact has a 2.5 inch receiver. And once I get that out, I'll show it to you guys. But that's the hitch that's going to be going on this. That's the bag of hardware right there that they give me. So I'm going to go ahead and zap these off and see what happens here. Okay, I got a crescent wrench. I'm gonna see if this will work, because I don't have a socket big enough for these big bastard nuts that are up here. Not a whole lot of room for a person's head to fit in here, geez. Okay. So, I'm gonna try using crescent wrench here. Not exactly my favorite tool to use, but it's a good last resort. I just need something to hold the nuts so I can zap these bolts out of here. I don't have a wrench big enough to go over those nuts, because the nuts are actually a bigger head size than the bolts are. Okay, here goes. Angle I'm working at here, but I might change up for the other ones. Well, there's one. Oh, I see. It's a pad. That's what... Oh, it's a pad. Huh. Yeah, it's actually a big pad that those nuts are welded to. I didn't even notice that until now. It's a friggin' pad. That's... I don't know why. I mean, it's not unheard of. I mean, there's pads that come with my new one too, but... It's news to me. I didn't notice that until just now. That bolt is way over there. Not reusing these, but... Yeah, there's the bolts. Easy enough. Take those out. This isn't gonna be hot, or no? Yeah, it's a big, thick metal pad. I don't know how well you can see that. I'll get a better thing of it out there, but... Okay. It's 2 down. Just gotta get these other ones now. See if I can fit this wrench. This is the one with LM. Sorry about the shitty angle, guys. There's not a whole lot of room under here, I'm afraid. Alright. Yeah. Okay. There's one. Okay. What is the best way I move this? I don't want to stretch any of them wires, that's for damn sure. Okay, let's see how well we can do this other side here. It should even be easier than the other side, or the first side. Dirt on that, holy crap. Okay, here comes the last bolt, guys. Okay, I'm gonna try and hold this thing with my legs so it doesn't fall down on me. Okay, it's free now. I'm gonna hold it like this, put glasses on so I don't get a bunch of crap in my eyes. Heavy sucker. Okay. Okay. Well, there she be. There's the old one. Out. Wasn't bad to get out, actually. But yeah, these big, thick pads that I was talking about, they got these nuts welded right to them. So, not too hard to get out, actually. That's a big size, though. It's bigger than 7/8. But I had to put a crescent wrench on those guys. And then here's the bolts. Those are actually pretty easy to get out of there. Probably didn't even need the PB blaster, but it doesn't hurt anyways. But so I'm gonna go ahead and muscle this new hitch out. That's gonna be probably heavier than this one, I'm sure, and I'll put them side by side here to get a comparison to before and after type of thing. So there's the new hitch by the old hitch. Side-by-side comparison. I mean, you can see the overall thickness there. Like, I'll get a tape measure here. Let's take a tape measure to these. Like, if you measure there down to there, like 2 1/4, and that's just about 4 inches. Yeah, that's just about 4 inches in depth compared to 2 1/4. So just about 2 inches, or doubled in thickness, like in width. And you go to 2 1/2. Oh, 2 1/2 receiver compared to a 2-inch. Looks a lot beefier too, like commercial duty, 20,000 pound capacity, 2,700 pound tongue weight. And then this one here I believe is a 6,000 pound hitch. And this is a Kurt CD Plus, commercial duty plus. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this installed here. Show you guys that. It's gonna be a lot heavier, I bet. I guess another thing I should touch on too is Kurt gives you these grade 8 carriage bolts. So you don't even have to put a wrench or anything on the top of these. And they got those pads I was talking about. The carriage bolt goes through the pad like this, and it's got a square hole in it. And the carriage bolt sits flush like that. And then this will sit on top of the frame. And then the hitch raises up into these, and then in the same holes. And then you just put your nut on and torque them to spec, and that's it. So it's a pretty simple sounding procedure actually. And these are 7/8 nuts. And I made sure I had a 7/8 before I even did this, so let's get this on there. So right here, I'm gonna go ahead and put these pads and carriage bolts up here. Same some dirt and crap out of here. It's the same bolts for all these holes, man. Friggin' dirt and shit up here. Scrape all that shit away. You don't want any of that in your bolt holes. Alright, most of that's not even there. That was good. Okay. Yeah, bolt holes are good now. Okay. So, drop this. Drop that in like that. Get my dirt and crap out of the bolts. And we're going to do the same thing on this side. sort of wish they hadn't have put all this electrical in here. What's this? Oh, that's that pad. I didn't even take that pad out yet. At least these ones are carriage bolts, so I mean you don't have to hold a nut, or a wrench I should say, on there, which is nice. Pinching any wires or nothing. Good. Get that out of the way. Alrighty, so here comes the fun part, getting the freaking hitch on here. Alrighty. In a position where I'm not gonna freak my camera over. Good thing weren't steel toe boots for this, or this would be a real bitch. Okay. Start two of these. That's not so bad so far, actually. I'm just holding the hitch up with my knees, holding it in place, getting it lined up with them carriage bolts, and getting the nut started to take the weight. And once you've got one or two bolts, nuts tight, hand tight on a couple of the holes, it really isn't that bad. Like, I can probably let go a lot of the weight with my legs, but I'm just going to get these last ones in because, of course, I dropped one. That's okay. I used to work at a place that I bought this hitch from, a local hitch shop in town here, and I used to install these quite often, so I mean this isn't anything new to me, so it's not really a tough job. I mean, this is the same way I would install a hitch on another truck or a SUV or whatever at work, so I mean there's no difference. So, and they give you instructions, but I don't even need those. Like, I've done so many of these that it's that, and I watched a install video actually of this hitch, so I kind of familiarized myself to know that there wasn't any drilling, and now I can let go on my knees, and that's it. So I'm just going to go ahead and tighten these up with my ratchet, and then I'll where are you guys? And then I'll torque them to the proper torque specs, and we'll show you guys the final result here. So, okay guys, so I got the other side tightened down by hand with the ratchet, and now I'm gonna torque them the instructions say, and I'll show you guys the instructions here momentarily. The instructions indicate to torque all these down to 150 foot-pounds, so I got my torque wrench here. I got it adjusted to 150. Spare tire. I think it's dangling. Kind of hard to torque things when you're laying down. There's one. And I'm gonna go around and torque all these probably another time once I'm done them all, just to make sure none of them loosened each other up. There we go. There we go. Just that last little bit. As the gun tends. Holy crap. That's all of them. That's to 150 foot-pounds a piece. I'm not a big guy and I can do it, so I'm only $1.35. And that friggin' hitch is probably close to 100 anyway. But that's her. That's her. I got a reducer I bought as well to go in there so I can actually use my 2-inch in there. But yeah, I'll do another video getting updated on my hotshot transport business here in the near future here. I'm just wrapping some loose ends up. And yeah, I figured, like I said before, I mean, don't exceed the hitch weight of your vehicle. It's unsafe, it's stupid, and it's irresponsible. And you can get sued a shitload of money if your hitch broke and caused someone to have an accident or kill somebody. You could be in a lot of trouble. And you don't want to live with that for the rest of your life, so. And because I tow, like, I mean, I only changed this out now because I thought for the longest time that I had a 2.5 inch. But with further investigating, I found out I did not have one. And yeah, I made a mistake, but I caught it. And I'm doing the responsible thing and putting the proper hitch on this truck. And there's no way on God's green earth would I ever tow 20,000 pounds with this truck. But it's a class 5 hitch and that's what they come in. They had a 17,000 pound hitch that I originally was getting, but then they had it on back order for like a month. And they had this one in stock, so I ended up with this one. So this one's the 20,000 pound one. I was just gonna get the 17,000 pound one, and I still wouldn't tow that much with this truck. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna put the reducer in here and show you guys. Alright guys, so here's the reducer. This is just this is actually what this thing is. I got it at the same hitch store I got my hitch from. And it's a 2-inch reducer. And you put this into a 2.5 inch receiver, like this. And you put this in there to reduce it down to 2 inch. And yes, technically by putting this in, you, well, the hitch itself is still rated for 20,000 pounds, but I don't even think you can get a shank for a 2-inch receiver that's rated at 12,000 or 20,000 pounds. It looks like I'm gonna have to get this trimmed. But that's okay, I had to go back there anyways. I'm gonna have to get this trimmed. But that's okay. Maybe I won't. No, maybe I just had it in there backwards. I'm gonna make sure that this will actually go in there though. Okay, so I'm gonna see if this 2-inch hitch will actually fit in this reducer. I'll probably clean this up after because it's just surface rust and stuff. Oh, So it looks like this actually. So, grease all over my hand because of the damn hitch, but good luck doing this and not getting dirty, I dare ya. Still has a bit of play to it. That might just be something that you gotta live with, because... But the point is, the reason I did this, like I said, was because that previous hitch, the one that I had on here originally, the receiver, was only rated for like 6,000 pounds, and that's just not good enough. I could get a different reducer, I might, because this still does have quite a bit, and I don't really like that, personally. But I gotta go back there anyways, so maybe I will pick one up when I go there. But anyways, I'm gonna wrap up this video now, guys. That's the commercial class duty hitch from Kurt, 20,000 pound capacity on my 2001 F350. And if you're towing anything, or if you're in the commercial business and you're towing heavy stuff, often, I urge you to change out your factory hitch if it's not rated at what you're towing, because it's just safer, smarter, and it's more responsible than towing with an underrated hitch. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video and you found it informative. If you're new to my channel, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Alright guys.